So we have with us here Mr. Pramod Francis, who is actually the assistant F&B director for the Shangri-La Oman, but obviously he's wearing something which is a little bit different from the hospitality uniform today. So, Mr. Pramod, do you want to share with us why are you in this outfit today?
Absolutely. It is a very interesting theme that we have taken. In fact, we wanted to keep Oman on the main highlight of the world map. In 1842, there was a real ship which was built in Oman, and it has sailed all the way to New York. So we took that as a inspirational thing, and we thought we should put that in the highlight. Years later, we are coming out and speaking about it. So we thought we will give that as one of the highlight. In reality, that had gone to one of the islands because of the rough sea. So St. Helena is one of the ports which we have the destination as such. Of the period, we also mentioned that the captain who had gone from there is an English person. So we thought that we will also give a tribute to the captain. Henceforth, one of the food which we have made was a burger. So that is how we have linked it, and it reached eventually in the New York City. New York City is very famous for cheesecake, so we had a tea-inspired cheesecake, which is chocolate and mint tea.
Okay.
So that is how they ended up. So they starts up with in Oman with a background of Omani music, as well as a tradition Oman Rubian, which is otherwise called as prawns. So that's how it starts up. And of course, yes, the music keeps on changing as and then it goes to different destinations. We had 5 destinations overall, and first one was Oman, then it moved to Madagascar, and from Madagascar to St. Helena to New York, and so on and so forth.
Well, sounds like it's been quite a journey.
It is a journey, and Haiti is all about, it's a modern theme, and what we use the prompts. For example, the guest comes over, they sits on the table, and they will wonder, hey, where's my menu? And they will, my colleague says that, oh, by the way, you please pick up the telescope and you can look at the menu. So the menu was kept a little bit far off. So it says that you really have to look at the menu. You have to use the telescope. That gives you the touch that we are really sailing. And as and then the music background, what we have given is the wave, the tide sound, and as and that it reaches the destination, different theme of music comes on.
Wow, sounds really, really interesting.
Thank you.
So, Pramod, I know that you have been mentoring as well the team from Oman since they won the national selection. So could you share with us a little bit about how they have grown, and how they've progressed from then up till now?
I have to say, both of them, especially the chef and the fellow colleague, which is our Sunil, the person who is the service, they are very dedicated, very hardworking, and they make sure that every single aspects of that is touch base. I remember when way back we started in Oman, when we were the national winners, we went to UAE. It was the first time they were coming into the highlights of the thing. They took the details, and we really took, since it's in Dubai, it is in the main city, right?
Yes.
It is Arab country. So what we thought is we need to take Oman as a destination, and we have the ports of different Oman is what we have taken in. So we have something from Salalah, we have something from Niswa. So we took all and pictured there. Unfortunately we were not able to do the same. So we're racking our head what to do for the next, and they both have done brilliantly. They've got very inspiring. Chefs were very supportive. My EM of Food and Beverages, Mr. Elias, he was 100% success, and he was keeping us pushing. Mr. JM, Mr. Group Director, all were having a proper support for us, so that we were continuously in the move or the same track. Our final inspiration was truly Mr. Mark Kirk, our General Manager. He really made us to say, the moment he heard about the theme, he said, wow, it's great, you go ahead. So that makes us even the fulfillment is there. In terms of individual Sunil and Alpesh is a very dedicated chef. He gets into the minute. He doesn't go into pressure. And most important thing is very good in conversation. That makes it very easy. And Sunil is a person, he may not speak more, but his time and the details are impeccable. And Sunil they both together makes a perfect team.
So with such a perfect team, maybe one last question, what do you think their chances of winning are?
I think until today, the first morning session, I haven't seen any team who has really have a 360-degree covered. So far, we have done it in terms of touching with every single aspect. And as Mr. Dilhan said, we also made a point that we really need to make high tea as a different experience. And giving a gimmick, it is not only about the food and the pairing, it is also the gimmick and the things we put into it as drama or some sort of something unusual themes. That is what I explained earlier as the menu, which we said we were keeping the menu far off.
Yes.
They had to, judges has to take the
Telescope.
to look at the menu. That's where the old days the captains used to do. So I think we stand a very good chance. It was perfect timing overall. So I look forward to have a real good.
And maybe one last question, because people are always focusing on a team, but you as a mentor, you have also been on the journey with them. So how has being part of this journey impacted you personally?
See, it was very hard to begin with because first and foremost, Dilmah has put in so much effort to really teach us what is all about the new tea and the tea development, and so that was my first intro, and that's when I had an opportunity by Dilmah, which was organized as a tea training, which I took part, and that's when I got really inspired. I like the way they have arranged it, the things they have, educational things, it was too good. I've got 260 colleagues working in my department, so on the way back we had a big seminar, we had a good training session for every single colleague so that it's easy for us to talk about the same what the philosophy of Dilmah to the rest of the world. So I thought it was really good. And it is not only talking it for the world or taking it, it also has a social element into it, which is I don't think any other company does. So I think I'm pretty overwhelmed, and let's see how it goes.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It is
Thank
indeed
you.
my pleasure to be here.
And all the
Thank you.
best. Yeah.
Thanks.